Hi everyone, in this problem we have a polynomial function and we have a three-part question. So part A wants us to find the rational zeros, part B wants us to find a zero, I guess by testing the rational zeros, and then part C wants us to find the rest using our previous answers. So let's go ahead and follow the directions and just go through it fairly easily. So we're going to start by looking at the possible rational roots or the possible rational zeros. So to do that we look at the factors of the last one. So factors of -4, and then you divide by the factors of this number here. It's always the last one over the first one. So factors of -4 over the factors of 1. And so the factors of 4 are 1, 2, and 4, or factors of -4 are 1, 2, and 4. And we always have to put a plus or minus. So plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, and plus or minus 4. Over the factors of 1, which is just plus or minus 1. Again, it's always the last one over the first one, the constant term over the leading coefficient. And don't forget the plus or minus. So 1 over 1 is 1, so we have plus or minus 1. 2 over 1 is 2. 4 over 1 is 4. So this is the answer to part A. These are the possible rational zeros. Part B wants us to find a zero, so I think they want us to use this and synthetic division. So let's start by checking 1. So let's check 1. I'm going to show you how to do this. So to check if 1 is a 0, what you do is you put a 1 here like this, and then you write down the coefficients of your polynomial. So 1, 1, -4, -4. And then you use synthetic division. Okay, so you just pick one and then see if it works. How do you know if it works? We're going to go through this whole process, and if we get 0 as a remainder, then we know this is one of the answers. If we don't get 0, then we're just going to pick a different number. So it's kind of like a trial and error type thing. You just pick one of these, write it down, write down your coefficients, and then try to use synthetic division. Okay, so in synthetic division, we wrote down the 1 and we wrote down the coefficients, 1, 1, -4, -4. And the first step is to just bring this one down, so 1. Then you perform the multiplication. 1 times 1 is 1. Then you add. 1 plus 1 is 2. Then 2 times 1 is 2. And you add, so you get -2. -2 times 1 is -2. We add, we get -6. No, it's no good, right? We don't want that. It's bad, terrible. We want to get 0, so let's try a different number. Let's try -1. So let's check. Right, you want to keep doing this until you get 0 as a remainder. So I'll put the -1 here. Keep our coefficients, 1, 1, -4, -4. Over, same thing, bring down the 1. 1 times -1 is -1. We add, we get 0. 0 times -1 is 0. We add, we get -4. -4 times -1 is 4. We add, we get 0. At this point, we can rejoice because the remainder is 0, and this means that x equals -1 is a 0. So you keep doing it until you get 0 as a remainder, and that's how you know that this is one of your answers. So that's one of our answers. This is the answer to part B. For part C, all we have to do is use this, okay? So we started with, let's go back to the beginning, a cubic function. So it's always going to be 1 less now. So now it's quadratic, so it's 2. So basically you take this, and these are your coefficients. So it's 1 times x squared, see, plus 0x minus 4. So you just take this and then just set it equal to 0 every time, okay? Always, it's always 1 less. So if that was a 5 up there, this would be a 4. So here we have x squared minus 4 equal to 0. This is actually the difference of squares. So this is x minus 2, x plus 2, and this is equal to 0. So we get two possible answers, 2 and -2. And those are the other zeros. So the three zeros of this function are -1, -2, and 2. Those are the zeros of this function. Now, I'm pretty sure this is like the easiest possible example. So we could have done this another way. I'm pretty sure we could have factored out an x squared here and written this as x plus 1. And then pull out a 4 here and write this as x plus 1. And watch this. Now you can pull out an x plus 1. x plus 1. And then we have x squared minus 4. And this is x plus 1. The difference of squares is x minus 2, x plus 2. So you can factor this entire polynomial, set it equal to 0, and we get all of the answers in like 45 seconds. And we save all of this work. So why did I do it this way? Did I not notice? No, I did. As soon as I wrote the problem down, I thought, maybe I should do a different one because this one's too easy. But most of the time, you can't do this. Like in 99% of the time, like it won't work. So if you're taking a class or something, and this is the question, you're probably not going to be able to do it this way. You'll have to go through the process and do it this way. In any case, I hope this video has been helpful to someone out there in the world. Good luck to you.